What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2022. So, I'm over here by the iron mine because I've been hearing some stuff about the iron mine is a good way of making some decent money. So, I went into a test world. I started a new world and put a little bit of money into it so that way I could test this out. I want to see just how much money you can make and if it is a viable way of making some decent money. So a few things that we have to do. I'm not exactly sure how this works. There's a few things that I do know and a few that I don't. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so let's talk about what I know so far. So over time, the iron actually dumps out onto the ground and this pile will actually get bigger. I think there's actually a limit to how big it can get, how much iron ore you can get, but I'm not exactly sure how much that is. That's probably something I'll have to test out. So we start off with two vehicles. We have ourselves a dump truck. Not the biggest thing in the world. I mean, it's okay, I guess, to start out with when you don't have money. And then we also start... oh, shit. We start with a small wheel loader, which... damn. This is a weird-looking machine. I've never seen anything like this. Ever. It's kind of cool, I guess. I don't even know where it comes from. Anyways, so we start out with the two vehicles that we are going to need, but there is one other thing that we are going to need in order to get this working. So... as far as I can tell, you cannot take the iron ore and sell it to make money. What you have to do is you have to take it to an iron furnace or an iron smelter and turn it into metal sheets. But there's nothing on the map to do that with. So what we have to do is we have to go into construction, and I'm not sure where it is. I think it's production. It's probably going to be one of the DLC buildings, so let's see, is it barrel factory, furniture, flooring, iron furnace, there we go. So this is the building that we need in order to turn the iron ore into, into metal sheets. But yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how this thing works. So what I need to do is I need to find a place to put that. So temporarily, I guess if I do decide to use this in my world, I can go ahead and find a better place. As I was coming up, I saw this little bit of land, which I think should be good enough, hopefully. So let's see if we can't place this building. Now, the building is pretty damn expensive, so let's see just how expensive. I didn't actually look. So production, this one right here. So this is 180,000, which is not bad for a factory. It's actually really cheap. Oh, and first I gotta buy the land. So, well, shit. Yeah, I need to go up to map. Alright, I think, yep, I'm right over here in the top left-hand corner. So I have to hit X, and I think it's this plot of land. Yeah, it's the whole thing. So that's 229,465. Oh, that's going to be a lot of money. But at least now we can go ahead and build the factory. So we started out with $1.4 million. So I want to see just how much all this is going to cost me. So construction, production, there we go, iron furnace. Alright, so this is the plot of land. Let's go ahead and turn. Okay, can you turn? There we go. Probably just like that. Let's see how far back we can go, because we'll probably have to make some roads and some loading areas and stuff like that. So I think right there. Let's take a look. See how much room we have. Now the problem is this road that comes up here is pretty steep. So trying to lay this flat might be difficult, but it looks like we did okay. So yeah, putting it back a little bit did make it so we could go ahead and start putting roads and stuff in here for this. Alright, so here is where we unload the ore. And I thought I saw when I was placing this. Oh, here's the unload zone. I'm guessing this is where the iron sheets will come out. And then I saw this in the back. So, what is it, R? Alright, so this is the production screen. So, we got metal. This is the iron ore icon. This is the metal sheet icon. Yeah, it makes it up into rolls. So you have a certain amount of liters you can put into this furnace, and then you get a certain amount out. But what I have to figure out, is there a way? Oh, there is an activate button. So if we go ahead and activate that, oh, material's missing. So I think it's already activated. I can hear it now. It's actually starting to run. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get a ton of iron ore over here and see just how much it's going to take to load that thing up. But because the iron ore, when you first start the world, the amount of iron ore you get is 0. We actually have to wait for that power to build. Or that pile, not power. We have to wait for the pile to build so we can actually start grabbing it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fast forward. Max fast forward 360 times. And it does... Well, it's starting to fill up, but it's going really slow. And what time is it now? It's already like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I think I started the world at 8. So it's been a couple of hours, and yeah, this pile is not very big. So yeah, this is going to take quite some time. So let me go ahead and get this to the point where the pile is almost full, and see if we can't load up a little bit. Alright, so that's 24 hours. Already we're 1 day in, and this pile is not completely full. But I think it should be enough to go ahead and load this guy up. Might have to wait a little bit longer if we decide to get into larger equipment. So, oh shit, is it attached? Nope, it's not attached. There we go. That would have been bad. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a little bit and see. I think that's 1,000 liters of ore. So I'm kind of curious to see how much that dump truck actually holds. So at some point, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and upgrade, get some bigger... Oh shit, this thing does not turn. There we go. I'll go ahead and upgrade the equipment. I definitely want to get the best equipment that I can if this is a viable way of actually making some money. So already, that was 1,000 liters. I'm curious to see... Damn, that's it? So it's going to take about 6 buckets to fill this thing up. So the dump truck is actually not that bad. Of course, we can do a little bit better. But let's go ahead and I'll try to see if I can... Oh shit, okay, turn. Turn, you bitch. See if we can fill this thing up and get it over to the iron furnace and see how long it's going to take to actually make this into metal. Alright, so it looks like we filled up... I'm going to call it a dump truck, but I don't really know what this would be called. Alright, so it's completely full, so we have 5,400, I'm guessing, liters. Oh, shit, not articulating steering. Articulated steering. I hate vehicles like this, I really do. Even in real life, they're irritating as fuck. But anyways, I guess it's the best way to be able to turn something this large sharply. So let's get over here, see if we can dump this in and see what happens. So back, oh, Jesus Christ. I really hate articulated machines. I know I said that already, but I really don't like them. Alright, let's get in here and hit I to unload. Now, the unfortunate thing is this thing. There would actually be a bucket right here that you could dump it into. It's kind of like if you've ever played, what's it called? Gold Rush the game. If you've ever played Gold Rush the game, there would be a hopper sitting right here. So yeah, just having this dump out onto the concrete isn't too realistic, but screw it. It's not a big deal. Alright, so 5,400 liters. Let's see what's going on with the production. Oh, I can't do it from here. So it looks like it is producing. It is running. So we started out at 5,400 liters of iron ore. And so far we only have 5 liters of metal. So it looks like it's not like a 1-for-1 exchange. So yeah, this might actually take quite some time. Let's see. Alright, so the metal in storage, ooh. I think what this says is how long it's going to take to get a full pallet. So 7 liters is barely showing anything. And the iron ore, even with 5,400 liters, we only have this little bit filled up. So it might take quite some time to completely fill this up, because you have to wait on the iron to process, or the iron to drop out on the ground so you can load this up, which will probably take a few days. Because, yeah, you don't start out with a whole lot of iron. But yeah, I guess what we should do is go ahead and fast forward this. I'm going to say 1,000 liters. It's going to take 1,000 liters of metal to make one pallet. But I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Max speed. Come on. Okay, my keys are not working. There we go. Alright, so there's 100, 200. We started around 8 o'clock, a little bit after 8 o'clock. Close to 9 o'clock. So we'll see how long this takes. We're halfway there. To get out one pallet. So 800. There's 900. And there's 1,000. Yep, we got ourselves a pallet. So what I want to do real quick is let's go ahead and... Oops, slow down. There we go. Let's actually check this out. So I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. I'm looking for the one that actually shows the sell prices. I think it's probably down here. Sugar, metals, where are the metals? Come on, metals. There you are. Alright, so I don't know how much this is per pallet. So it looks like we have a few different places that we can sell this. We can sell it at a barrel factory, the boat yard, Elm Creek, which is the train. You take it to the train and it takes it to Elm Creek. The furniture factory, the roller coaster, and then the Silver Run Market. So I'm kind of curious to see how much one pallet will sell for. So let me go ahead and grab this pallet. We'll put it on the pickup real quick. So this is just a test world. So I have super strength and all that turned on. That pallet should be able to fit in the back of this. And we'll take it down into town, we'll sell it, and see just how much we make per pallet. Alright, so this right here is the Silver Run Market. It's right across from the roller coaster, and this is a spot that we can sell this. Oh shit, okay. But let's see just how much it's actually going to give us. It is going up, so 5,100. Actually, we'll say 5,200, which Silver Run Market. Yeah, so this is the price per pallet. So what we have to think about is it took quite some time in order to get to this amount. First, you have to wait for the iron ore. I guess what you could do is you could go ahead and just completely fill up the furnace and just let it run, and every few days just come and get some metal. But the thing is we do need metal for the roller coaster, and we do need it for the boat yard. So it's obvious that we're not going to be making a lot of money off this, because it's going to take days to get anywhere. So let's see. It's 11:30 right now. We started around 9. It takes about 2 hours per pallet. Around about, we'll say. So if you have enough iron ore, every 2 hours you get about $5,000. Which is still really good money it's just not good enough for what we're doing. So forestry, I can make $39,000 in an hour, hour and a half. So I can make way more money with forestry than I can with the iron mine. So I don't think it's a viable way of making money, but it is necessary so that you can save money on stuff like the roller coaster and the yachts. And also, I guess the furniture and everything you could sell for a little bit more. But that's something I'll have to test out. We'll have to make videos on that. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the equipment that we can get. So one thing I would want to do is I definitely want to switch out the wheel loader. So this one right here is the one that we have. It's the LM841. And I want to upgrade that. Holy shit. There's only two. These come with the Platinum expansion. If you don't have the expansion, you won't get these vehicles. It looks like one is 252,000. That is a little bit smaller one. It has about 276 horsepower. The L180H has 333 horsepower and is $304,000. Now the difference is $50,000, and this one actually does look a little bit bigger. Does it? A little bit. So I think the buckets are probably bigger as well. So let's see. Wheel loader. So I have to try to match up the buckets with the equipment. So that's the one for the yellow one that we already have there. Here it is. So we have a general purpose, which only holds 3,600 liters. The rock bucket, which is 3,000 liters. So 600 difference on that one. And then we have the bigger one, which holds 500 liters. That's for the smaller wheel loader. Now the larger wheel loader is, the smallest one holds 5,000 liters. The rock bucket, 3,500. Yeah, that's not much. And then you have the high tip bucket, 10,000 liters. So in the game, it doesn't really matter which bucket you get. Just go ahead and get the one that holds the most. So I would say the high tip bucket, but if you're looking for a little bit of realism, what you would want to get is the rock bucket. The reason is this is for digging. This one is for ripping. Also, when you're trying to pick up stuff like rocks, this bucket will just push the rocks away. It's kind of difficult to pick up the ore. In real life, it'd be difficult to pick up the ore unless there was a lot of weight behind it. This one, because of the teeth, it actually gets underneath the rocks instead of pushes them. So this would be the piece of equipment that you would want. So let's see. Let's go ahead and buy that. So yeah, if you're looking for realism, get that one. If you don't give a shit, you're just playing the game, go ahead and get the high tip bucket. So now we need the wheel loader to go with it. That one right there. Safety frame. Let's take a look. Oh, it just, okay. So yeah, it just protects the radiator. Is that the radiator? Yeah, that's the radiator. Alright, so there is another design. Oh, it's just the same thing. Yeah, it protects the radiator and the lights. And then safety beacons and beacons. I'm not worried about that. Then what we would need is we would need ourselves... well, we got our wheel loader. Now we need a truck to transport it. Now, if I do put the furnace that close to the mine, I could just take the wheel loader and take it from the mine to the furnace and not have to worry about a truck. But if you do move the furnace to a different location, you probably will need a truck to be able to transport it. So let's take a look. It's probably up here. The biggest ones would be in trailers. So here's one that holds 12.1 Q 12.1 12.1 cubic meters. And then you have this one, which is 16.8. So, of course, this is the bigger one. But we have something a little bit better, thanks to mods. So, this is, if I can find it, trucks. Yeah, the TLX Phoenix. This is the Cummins engine. And what we could do is get a dump truck attachment for it. Let me find... Yeah, that's what I need. The Rigid X2. So go ahead and grab that. Not going to worry about color right now because we're just testing things out. Then we have miscellaneous. And there it is. Dump truck attachment. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy that as well. Not only that, but now what we need is we need something to be able to load the pallets. So we're going to need ourselves, well, let's see. So we got front loaders. No. What I need is I need something to be able to load up a trailer from one side of the trailer because when we park something, we're not going to have a whole lot of room. So I need an arm that can actually extend. So we'll stick with the telehandler. Yeah, that's probably best. So buy, and then what we'll need is telehandler tools. We'll need the pallet forks. There we go. And then what we're going to need is we're going to need a vehicle in order to transport that stuff. Luckily, I already have one in the Anthem 6x4. So, day cab. I'm not going to worry about the engine and everything. Let's just go ahead and buy it. And then what we need is a way of transporting the pallets. So, low loader, flatbed. So, we have a couple different beds that come with, or a couple different trailers that come with the Platinum expansion. But, yeah, I'm not going to be sticking with those. What we're going to go ahead and do, I think this one's a little bit longer. This is the one that I already have, so we'd be saving money with it. So I think that's everything. I think. Alright. After buying all that, we still have $349,000. So it cost me a little over $1 million to get all this equipment. So let's get over to the store and see what all we got. I think I have everything that I would need. But yeah, there's only one way to find out. Also, the large truck with the flatbed is probably a little too much. Because in order to fill up that flatbed, it would take... I have no idea how many pallets. Probably like 20 pallets to fill that thing up. Maybe even more than that. It would take a lot. So... this flatbed is kind of overkill. So probably what I would end up doing is getting something smaller. But I think it will work. Now what I need to do, hold on. There's something I want to test out. Something I've never done before that is new in the game. I want to see if it actually works. Or at least I think it's new in the game. I think we had it before, but it wasn't very reliable, and it wasn't... Well, I'll explain here in a second. Let me go ahead and grab this. Alright, so let's see if I could actually do this. I think what you do is you go to the map. Oh no, you go to the steering wheel, that's right. Set destination. Now, we can only set the destination to an actual road. We can't do dirt roads, so I think it has to be right here. And then, is that it? Oh, yeah, it's going on its own. So yeah, that does actually work. Question is, will it actually make it there? Well, I guess we'll find out. We got, of course, we got the flatbed. And then what I need to do is I need to try to get the wheel loader and the forklift on this thing. So I think what I'll do is I'll try to find a smaller trailer. Because yeah, the flatbed is going to be... Well, no. I think I'll keep the flatbed. Because the thing is, we're going to be using the metal for the roller coaster and the yachts. And we're going to be getting more than metal. We're going to be getting a lot of other stuff. So yeah, the flatbed might actually be perfect. Let's go ahead and get this moved a little bit so I can go ahead and get the vehicles on there. And turn around. Oop, just jackknifed it. Don't be doing that. Alright, let's hit X. There we go. Alright, now let's see if I can get both vehicles on there. So, the biggest problem is with the front loader and the telehandler, that truck is going to be extremely heavy. And the roads that we need to get up are pretty damn steep. It's not the uphill that I'm worried about, it's the downhill. Any trucker will tell you that steep downhill grades are a killer. They do test the brakes of a truck, and sometimes you just have way too much weight. And then you get stuck at a point where you're going downhill and the brakes just don't really work. Especially if you got like a sharp curve coming up, which I think on the road there is a sharp curve that we do need to go around. So probably what will happen is I'm going to crash that truck. I see it coming. But we'll see if we can get there in one piece. Alright, let's grab this and see if I can get both vehicles on there. Probably what I'll have to do, because of the forks, I'll probably have to come in backwards. Might be enough room. Maybe. If we do have enough room, it's just gonna be barely. Ooh, perfect. Well, the forks are hanging out a little bit, but let me go ahead and try to get this to the mine. So X and L, lock everything down, and hopefully I don't end up tipping the damn thing. Alright, so this right here is the curve that I was talking about. I slowed way down. And let's see if we can actually get around this damn thing. Do not try to go around this curve at speed if you have a lot of weight on that trailer. Because right now, the weight is high centered. So, oh yeah, and the dump truck got, oh, the dump truck did actually get over here. Awesome. I didn't think it would actually make it. But yeah, there's the dump truck. Alright, now here comes the fun part. Probably the best way to go is around that way. I checked out the different roads to get up there, and the least steep one with the less sharp curves is this road right here. I do need to get this. This will probably end up getting stuck on the tracks. Nope, I think we're good. So yeah, this is probably the best way to get up. But now the question is, will we be able to get up here? I think we'll be fine. It looks like the truck is doing pretty damn well. Of course, we're in first gear. Are we in first gear? Where is the gears in this damn thing? I can't even see it. But yeah, I think we're sitting in first gear trying to get up this hill. And we're going about 9 miles per hour, which is not bad. When it gets down to about 2 miles per hour, that's when we have to worry. Like right here. It's going to happen right here. So one thing I don't want to do is, in real life, because of the weight of the trailer, I don't want to get the wheels in the muddy area over there. Because if I do, this kind of stuff happens. Oh, come on. You can do it. So what will happen is the wheels will actually sink into the mud, and the next thing you know, the whole thing is tipping over. I've seen it happen. It's devastating, especially when you have $1 million equipment sitting on that trailer. So yeah, hauls like this would need the most experienced drivers. And not just drivers experienced on the road, but also drivers experienced with off-roading. But yeah, I think we're gonna make it. Now, this area right here is pretty damn cool. When I first saw this, I thought it was another roller coaster, and then I realized, no, it's just for mine carts. This is a cool place, man. It looks pretty cool. Alright, come on. Come on. We're almost there. It's just at the top of this road. You know, it's too bad that when you're driving like this, you don't really have the opportunity to notice the view. That's the only thing I miss about being the person driving when going through stuff like this. Because, goddamn, the view is beautiful. And we made it. Awesome. Alright, so, now that we got all the... Well, we still have to get the dump truck. But the dump truck is a lot easier. Alright, now that we got this up here, I'm not going to test it out because I already know what's going to happen. The thing is, with all the money that we spent over $1 million. And in order for this to make the money to actually pay for itself, with all the equipment, the land, and then the furnace, we're talking at $5,000 a pallet. Just do the math, man. It would take about 20... I'm trying to figure this out. So, at $1 million, at $5,000 a piece, let me do the math. It would take about 200,000 pallets. Is that right? No, maybe it's 2,000. I don't know. It's a lot of freaking pallets for that furnace, or for this mine, to actually make that money back that you spent. But the thing is we don't need the mine for... Well, maybe. We don't need the mine for making money. What we need the mine for is for the yachts and the roller coaster. Now the question is, can I make that money back by selling yachts and by building the roller coaster? And also the furniture and barrels and other stuff that we can make from it if we make a profit off of all of that. But that'd be the question. So I'd say the mine, yes, you do kind of need it because you could save a lot of money on the metal that you have to get for the roller coaster and the yachts. But if you want to get the mine to make money, it's not the best thing. It would take you years, literal years, to make enough money to pay for the mine and the equipment and then the land and then the furnace. So yeah, as far as making money is not a viable option. But yeah, it is kind of required for some of the stuff that you need in this map. But yeah, so that's the iron mine. I think what we'll do in next episode is I think it's September in my world. Let's actually check a look at my playthrough. And I think in September, yep, there we go. So we can plant wheat and we can plant grass. Two of the main crops that we need to get together. And then after that I have to decide what I want to do. Because with all the equipment that we have to buy, I still have a lot of money to make. But anyways, so yeah, that's the iron mine. It's not bad. It is kind of fun to mess with. The problem is it takes way too long to make any money, so it's not viable for making money. But I would say if you're looking for something different, something to do that doesn't require logging, since this entire map is made for logging, and you get tired of farming, you can come over here and try to make a little bit of money off the metal. But yeah, you're not going to be making a lot. So yeah, next episode we'll go ahead and do a little bit of planting, our first crop. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.